welcome back. Minister of Transport Barbara Creecy says more than 458 roadblocks have been conducted since the beginning of the festive season, with 341,000 vehicles stopped and tested. Creecy is leading an inter-provincial law enforcement operation that took place on the N1 near the Carousel Toll Plaza in Limpopo. The operation is aimed at road users travelling between Gauteng, Limpopo, the North West during this festive season, and she's urged motorists to prioritise safety and avoid speeding. And for more on this, we are now joined by Deputy Minister of Transport, Mkhuleko Hlengwa. He joins us now via our video link. And Deputy Minister, thank you so much for your time this evening here on SABC News. Now, a number of companies have closed for the year, and school holidays have also now begun. When it comes to travelling, we are expecting more people to be on the roads. What does your strategy look like as the Transport Department for the festive season?
Thank you very much, Sismali. Good evening to you and the viewers. Well, in the first instance is that the plan that we are rolling out has been in the making since last year. As the new ministry, we have been testing how we can best intervene. And amongst the interventions we have rolled out is the pooling and sharing of resources across the government ecosystem, wherein it enables agility in the plan insofar as traffic law enforcement is concerned in its material entirety. And this has, of course, led to the kind of reductions that we are reporting on today, that in the first 9 days of this festive season, we have recorded a 30% decrease in both fatal crashes and fatalities compared to the same period last year. If you look at the year 2025, across the ecosystem, again, we have registered some 7.3% decline in both fatal crashes and fatalities. But what we don't want is complacency, and for these numbers to then fool us into thinking that we have sorted out the road crashes and fatalities problem. We have got a heightened intervention that we are working on, that we're rolling out this festive season. I can indicate that effective from today, the 12th of December, we are rolling out 800 national traffic police throughout the country to work with municipalities and provinces, having identified the top 20 priority routes wherein we generally have problems, because we are rolling out a data-driven intervention. Above and beyond that is that Minister Creecy has been in dialogue with the Minister of Public Service and Administration, Nkosi Mzamo-Buthelezi, and we have been granted an exemption to exceed the 30% threshold for overtime, which means we can now, across the government ecosystem, have 24/7 visible policing, as we can deploy traffic law enforcement officers throughout the week and on weekends, something which we've been unable to do in the past. It has only been the National Traffic Police in Western Cape who have got a third shift. This is important because the data is telling us that weekends are priority if we are to win the war against road fatalities. So traffic law enforcement officers will now be able to be paid overtime, and we can exceed the 30% threshold, which is within government policy. Now, this is important because we also are wanting to ensure that municipalities are supported and that the traffic police are able to perform functions without interruption. Now, all the interventions we are doing are just but one part of the equation. The other part of the equation is the personal responsibility that resides with drivers and road users. And we are again making the clarion call for everybody to conduct themselves in a manner consistent with traffic laws. Let's not drink and drive. Drinking and walk and jaywalking and walking. 48% of our fatalities are actually pedestrians. We're calling on parents to exercise maximum discipline to their children in vehicles, strap them into seatbelts, keep them in baby car seats, and so on. We believe that if we are able to engage in a holistic, responsible manner, we will make change. It's also
Yeah,
about
Minister,
the usage of cell
we don't
phones,
have
the
much
content
time.
creation.
We don't have much time, Minister. And just a bit earlier on, you touched on the issue around the 20 routes, which you are prioritizing. Maybe if you can just give us an insight in terms of which of these routes will you be prioritizing, and in which provinces do these routes fall under?
Well, the routes are in KwaZulu-Natal, it's in Mpumalanga, it's in Limpopo, it's in the Western Cape and Eastern Cape. We are prioritizing primary and secondary routes to ensure that there's heightened deployments. But above and beyond that, all other routes will receive attention of the traffic law enforcement. And secondly, is to indicate that the deployment will remain in place up until the mid of January, so that we can have a smooth transition towards the reopening in schools and of places of employment. So this is going to be standard throughout, and we believe that it will assist us. And of course, included in that is border control management, where the cross-border transportation is also going to be receiving focus. And that is why we've got heightened operations in places such as Beitbridge and Libombo border post, where Minister will be tomorrow, working with our Mozambican counterparts. And then we continue to focus on transit provinces such as Free State, who have got heightened volumes of traffic of people moving in between provinces for tourist destinations. So it's a package of priority routes in terms of what the data has indicated where we need to focus.
All right. Thank you so much, Deputy Minister, for your time. That's Deputy Minister there of Transport, Mkhuleko Hlengwa, just giving us the latest updates when it comes to their plans over the festive season to ensure the safety of motorists and to curb any fatalities during the festive season.